Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. The numbers came out today hot. CPI numbers came out hot today. Listen, if you're new to the page, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. This is not my regular studio, just out here in away for a wedding. Listen. Let's get right into what's going on. But first, remember, never ever fall for spam in the comment section. Never send money or crypto to anyone. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. And Mumu has a promotion going on, 1 penny. Click my link below, deposit 1 penny and get free stock. As a matter of fact, the more you put in, they'll give you up to 11 free stock worth up to $25,000. And I'm going to talk about Webull at the end. Let's get right into it. So I got some notes here, good people. Inflation is high. The Dow closed, as you guys see, negative 880 points, right? Bitcoin dropped also. S&P had its worst week since January. We're going to talk about the Fed in a minute, so let me get back to that. The market is pricing in a hard landing. The market is pricing in a hard landing for the Fed as far as inflation and getting this thing right. The Fed is in a no-win situation right now where, you know, recession is just a matter of time, should I say. And the Fed has, of course, you know, during COVID, pumped all of this extra money, this extra liquidity into the market. Inflation took off and just ran rampant, and they kept printing. And so now here we are. Now they're trying to pull money out of the system with higher interest rates and tightening now, and it's just not enough. Inflation proved itself to still be yet even higher. We printed a number at 8.6 versus 8.3. We actually really needed it to be under 8 and at least 8.1 to show that it's going down. Anything under 8.3 would have been good. We expected 8.3 is what was expected. We came in even higher, and it was in every segment, good people. It was not good. It's not good. It's not looking good. Gold went up today, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good sign. Gold generally goes up when we're heading towards a recession. So I'm just keeping it real with you guys. It's not going good, right? Let me just throw this in there right quick. Tesla is filing for a 3-for-1 stock split. I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm not chasing this. Like I forestated, I believe that you'll be able to get Tesla during the recession in the 500s, 550s. So I'm waiting. I'm going to be patient. It's up to you. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just suggesting that now's not the time. It'll probably have a little bump, which is it's having a little bump, and then it'll have a slight run up and then come back down even lower. Falling knife, that's all it is right now in this market. Had it not been in a bear market, it would have been good news. I would have suggested buying and making money on the run up, right? But not now. So remember, the number that we just printed, the CPI, Consumer Price Index, which measures inflation, right? The Fed goes with a more core CPI. Now, the Fed will be having next week the FOMC meeting, their monthly FOMC meeting, which they will be discussing what they're going to be doing about this inflation. They've already told us for the next 2 meetings, 50 basis points. Myself, I suggested that we should have went last month 75% and then a couple of 50s. Now, I believe that the Fed sees now that they have to be more hawkish, meaning more aggressive and less dovish like they've been. And so now they may be over. They may say, hey, a couple of months of 75%. Somebody said they could say 100%. I doubt it, but anything's possible. But they've been behind, asleep at the wheel for so long, and now they have to show, hey, we got to get really serious now. That's going to be on the 14th and the 15th. The FOC, the meetings, the FOMC meetings are always 2 days. Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, normally talks on the second day. Sometimes the first day there's a release of the minutes, and then the second day, which is the 15th, that's next week, is when he'll talk. The markets will react again. So prepare yourself, brace yourself. The markets will react again. We will see then whether it's negative or positive. Okay. So what else I have on here? Yeah, I talked about that. Sorry, good people. I wanted to make sure I cover everything that I wanted to talk about. So the market is pricing in a hard landing. All right. So here's where it is right now, good people. And I just want to be straight with you guys. It's not the end of the world. It's not. I know that these numbers were crazy, and it's a lot of fear in the market. It rightfully so. But I'm a long-term investor. And yes, we do some trading, we do some swing trades, but here at Stock Up, we have a strong emphasis on long-term investing, and that's what we're doing. So what I'm going to tell you is that companies that have low multiples are in better positions, right? Companies that have cash that could weather the storm. Remember, they have to borrow money. These companies have to borrow money during a recession. And now interest rates are raising, so it makes it even more difficult for them to borrow money, just like you and I. And so those are the companies that are still in trouble. But what I'm going to say is now you have to look for companies that have fair value, right? But that doesn't mean that you should be running and buying right now, right? Me, myself, I'm not buying anything, right? I've been DCAing into some gold. And to be honest with you, I don't expect to truly make money on those plays until next year. And so I'm doing it now. So what I'm suggesting to you is to look into your portfolios and see what's going to happen is some that were the multiples were extremely high. They're actually coming down to fair now, right? Some were ridiculoly high. If you look in and you have a stock and it's down by 80%, 85%, then that stock was just overvalued, right? And some of the plays that you're in will get oversold. But the truth be told is there's way more downside as we head into this deeper into this bear market and towards a looming recession, which is coming. And I'm just going to tell you guys, the Fed is not going to get it right. They've proven that fact. Here it is, you and I seem like we have better sense than the Fed, and they're actually flying the plane. Everybody can clearly see now that we do need to just rip the Band-Aid off and not feel every prick of every hair. But I want to encourage you at the end of this and not just sound like gloom and doom, and say to you that now is the time that you should be telling your family members, right? So if you're in and you're down in your plays, I don't care if you're down by 80%, just think about this. If you were just new into the market and you see now where we're headed and how it's going, then you should invite your kids, your family members, your cousin, it doesn't matter. You should be getting them ready to get into the market when it is oversold. Halfway through a recession, any recession you're in, pretty much, you can go 7 to 9 months in the recession and you could clearly see that is where you should be going in the heaviest on a good stock, good companies, right? And so that's what I want you to keep in mind, even though you're down. So now, if you're down greatly, then you should be assessing each stock separately. Is it a good company? Can they weather the storm? Is the value fair, right? And if it's just about any industry right now, if the PE is over 15, you really still over 15 after this bear market, you really need to reassess that stock. Now every stock is not created equally. You need to see what sector it is in and compare it to other companies. Make sure they have cash and forward guidance look good. Forward earnings look good, right? That's all important. But you want to assess that. Then you want to see long term, because right now you should be in for a minimum of 5 years. And if you're beat down on a stock and you don't want to sell it, you really need to see, is it close to a fair value right now? Is it oversold? And if so, should I continue to dollar cost average in to this company because I have high convictions on this company? I've looked at their balance sheets and they're doing well, right? And so that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. So this is not a buy the dip type of situation right now. I would not be buying the dips right now, right? I'll end by saying this. We thought we were looking, we keep having these bounces, and we still could have a bounce. But my forecast for the year has been the same. And that is, like I've said this entire year, that inflation won't start to peak until Q4. And that's what I see. I see us having a better Q4. And I think we'll have these little days, 3-4 days pops that we could have some green, some green days. So we can have some green days. But the overall market for the overall year, I don't think that inflation will start to peak until Q4, maybe by the end of Q3, where it actually slows down. And I believe that we'll have a decent Q4, the second half of Q4. And that's when I think that we will start to see, daylight. And it all depends on what the Fed does, all right? So that's where we are, good people. Monday, I'll be back in the studio. I want you guys to have a safe weekend, and just don't panic sell, but go into each in every stock individually that you hold and see where is it and what is it. Because I can also tell you that the people that are smart enough and strong enough to invest during the bottom of a bear market and during a recession are the ones that truly build generational wealth. That's how you get wealthy. So, hey, remember the Moo promo. Listen, 11 free stock worth up to $25,000. Okay, good people. If you deposit a penny, you're going to get some free stock. All right. Deposit $100, you're going to get free stock with a share of Lucid. And if you go up to $2,000, you're talking about 11 free stock, plus a share of Lucid, valued up to $25,000. And then you guys also know that we will deposit 1 penny and you're going to get up to thousands of dollars worth of free stock. All right. Just click my links below. We'll talk Monday. Live, love, laugh, and learn.